Welcome back.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Bonnie,
I'm Raven.
and this is our second episode. Sorry it's a little late. It's been really hectic here at school.
I just finished a performance and Bonnie said, yeah, no, we're going to give you time to rest.
Yeah, no, because
And it was needed.
it literally just finished yesterday. Like,
I
what
needed
time-
that rest.
What time did it even finish?
After strike, I got out at 6 p.m., fell asleep until 10, went to work until 2 a.m., went back to bed until 10.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing that we gave her time to rest. Like, that is insane. Anyway, that's actually what our episode today is going to be mainly centered around.
Art!
Yeah.
Specifically music and theater, because that is what we focus on.
Yeah. I know. I'm sorry if any of you are like science or math majors or any other.
We're not those people.
We are not those people. I'm not athletic personally.
Nope.
Yeah. So this is just what we know, and we figured there are actually a lot of people I find that have a lot of questions about what I do in choir, and I'm sure what you do in theater.
I'm in a class called Theater History right now, and we are currently going over, and we have an assignment where we need to basically define what theater is. So this has been on my mind recently.
That sounds like so much fun. I'm really interested in that. What is it called? Is it a manifesto, you said?
A manifesto, yes.
Ooh.
So basically, I need to find time to record myself and just talk about theater at my professor and be like, okay, so I personally believe that theater needs to have a plot, and now I need to explain why and stuff.
If you do, you could talk about it here a little bit if you want to, and then literally send her this episode.
He does use he, him pronouns.
Oh!
You're good, you're good.
He, what?
He, him pronouns.
He, him. I'm so sorry.
You're okay.
I don't know these professors. So
you don't know the theater department. I don't know the music department.
Yeah. You could send, I should have said them. Excuse me. But you could send them this episode.
Just rant about theater, because here's the thing.
Oh.
There's this play, in air quotes, mind you. You can't see it, but play in air quotes, called Quad, that I fucking despise.
It's called Quad?
Yes, it is 4 people walking around in a square, and that's it. They're head to toe in primary colors, and they walk around a square.
So like the crayon song. Like the crayon song.
Except there's no fucking words. It is just 4 people walking around a square.
How is that a play?
Thank you.
I have so many questions.
Thank you.
Like maybe I'm insane because I'm not a theater major. I don't know theater.
Here's my thing. It's absolutely art. It's performance art.
Yes.
It's not a fucking play.
Why do they call it a play? That sounds like a physical, like bodily representation of color.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I don't know. I could be wrong. But
It pisses me off so much.
A play?
And I found out recently that I just don't like Samuel Beckett, the playwright for that.
Oh.
If you can call him a playwright for that specific one.
He sounds like the John Cage of music. He
Samuel?
sounds like the John Cage for theater. John Cage is basically like every sound is music. So like the air. So like no,
It can be turned into music.
He would be we actually did a study about this in my music theory class recently. We're going over this and it's insane. And we literally have to do a thing called an aleatoric composition. Mm-hmm. And it's basically where, here's an example. Don't play a note on the flute until a rubber ball meets the pavement. So, take it anywhere, it's going to be different. Because it could be played. Or there could not be a flute at all. Kind of thing. It's really weird. That's the only example I can think of at the moment. But I know my class and I, we went outside to listen to, like in the middle of the forest part of campus. You know what I'm talking about? With, by the cafeteria and everything.
Yeah.
And we just listened. I could hear the birds. I think I heard the train in the distance. I could hear the cars. And then someone started out with the leaf blower thing right by the chapel. So that obscured everything else. We were all just like...
Seriously?
So, I think
Gotta do this now?
This just goes to say, I think there's probably someone in every part of a fine arts that they think that something so obscure is part of that art.
It's like, do you know Dada?
I've heard.
It is an art movement. It's a physical art movement.
Oh, yes. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
I fucking hate it too. Because, like, one of the quintessential pieces of Dada is a piece called Fountain. Mm. What is it? It's a urinal with a fake date and fake name on its side. And that's art now. And you know what? I fucking hate it. And that makes it art because it's making me feel something. But I still despise it. That is my definition of art. If you are able to make me feel something, that's art.
That's really interesting.
And I hate it.
Is that the same thing that you have with theater, or is that different?
No. Theater, you specifically have to have a plot for me.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of different, like, subcategories of art. So there's art, the main category, the main label. And then underneath that, you have, like, physical art, music, performance art. Mm-hmm. And then from there, you have even more subcategories of concert, dance, theater. And things can, like, mix in between each subject. Because, like, there's also, like, writing is a form of art. But that can also mix in with music. Because lyrics is a form of music, but it's also a form of writing.
Oh, that's really interesting.
And so my argument is theater has to have a story. Mm-hmm. Theater is a form of storytelling.
Yes.
So if it doesn't have a story, then it can be either dance, concert, or it could just be performance art. Mm-hmm. And nothing is bad with having something just be performance art.
Which is what the quad would have been.
Yes.
Right?
That's what I define quad as, is performance art.
Huh.
And I feel like it is diminishing playwrights' work to miscategorize quad. Mm-hmm. And it's even, I feel like it is diminishing Beckett's work if you mislabel quad.
That makes sense. Oh, that's really interesting.
Because it's not theater, it is performance art. And if you are calling it theater, you're going to inherently have less people come. Mm-hmm. Because they're going to be like, what the fuck is this? There's no words. This isn't theater.
It doesn't make me think of a story.
But if you just call it performance art, then you're going to have the uppity arts people be like, yes, Beckett.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That makes sense, though.
But, like, it'll get the proper audience then. Yeah.
But so the audience then should be the uppity art people, as you're saying?
Not necessarily, but, like, you'll get the people. You won't piss off as many people if you miscategorize it, is my thing.
Because that way it's not miscategorized as a theater. I get it. Mm-hmm. Oh, that makes sense. That's so interesting.
Because instead, like, you'll call it performance art, and then people will go to it expecting performance art, not expecting theater.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm really interested to see what that looks like now. Just the quad. I'm interested to see what would happen if I watched it.
I will show. It's on YouTube, so I could show you it.
Oh, nice.
But it pisses me off so much.
I can't believe. All I'm gonna think of is the Crayon song. That's all I'm gonna think of.
But I found out recently that I just don't like Samuel Beckett in general, typically, or like his experimental work more.
Yeah.
Because he also did a play called Not I, and it is just a mouth talking at breakneck speed.
What?
Yep, that's it.
That's a play?
Yep.
Does that at least have a storyline?
It has a storyline to it, so I will accept it as a play. I still hate it, but I will accept it.
Because it's so... That makes sense.
He also did another play. Again, this one has a storyline. He did another play where it's just 3 heads and urns, like the funeral urns, and they are again talking at breakneck speed.
Oh, dear God. That's morbid. That'd be kind of interesting, though, to see. Wait, so are the urns all different, like 3 different people?
Same. It's 3 different people, yes.
Like, no, I'm not. Like, they're 3 different people who have died.
No clue about that.
That'd be so cool.
I have no clue.
If that, maybe he leaves that.
I just like that one too.
I know, but maybe he leaves that open to your imagination. Like, these could be all different people who have died. They could be related, and they could be having an argument.
Oh, no.
That'd be very interesting.
It's a wife and husband and his affair partner. That's the story, is talking about...
Actually?
Yeah. Is talking about, like, that story of, like, the wife, the partner, and the affair partner.
That's so good.
Again, I dislike it personally, but I will accept it as theater at least.
Oh my gosh. Because at least it has a storyline, as you said.
Mm-hmm. But we were joking around with, like, the next season for what we're going to do at the school.
Uh-huh.
And someone else in the theater department, who knows I dislike Beckett, was like, oh, we should just all do Beckett things. Like, purposely trying to annoy me.
Oh, no.
Like, he was joking about it. He didn't actually mean it, but...
No.
He said, oh, we should do quad. And I was like, you motherfucker, I swear to God.
If we do quad, I'm quitting.
I'm leaving
that
the
cue.
school. If we
Not-
do quad,
not like
I
I
am leaving the school. Not
Not
the
like-
theater program. The school.
Not like I haven't wanted to leave before, but we're besides that.
Not like I haven't thought about transferring this entire year, but
No, but it's fine.
that would be my 13th reason.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, you weren't wrong, though. So is that part of your manifesto then for
Yeah.
the theater thing about it having to have a storyline?
Yeah,
It's so cool.
I need to argue that, basically.
I wonder how that's going to happen. How do you argue that? Huh. That's something you still have to figure out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you need to rant about it some more, feel free. I'm sure that you all would love to hear it. I don't know. You're probably going to hear some of it.
Yeah, probably at some point.
Oh my gosh.
What do you consider music then?
Well, I think
Do you have a personal definition of music?
not necessarily, honestly, because I see what people like John Cage mean about like every sound being a music thing, because you can turn it into something that makes sense.
Yes.
And if we're getting right down to it, I saw a quote once that's like, our heartbeats are a beat kind of thing, which makes me think of like a drum beat or something. It'd be cool if you could, I wonder if people have done that where they put up a heartbeat to
I think so, yes.
have,
I feel like someone
I'm sure
has.
that they have, because they have it as like a loop on the program I use. But like, just in general, that'd be really cool. Anyway, off topic. I don't really have a definition for what music should be, or anything. I know music is also split up into several different genres.
Yeah.
There's pop, jazz, gospel, classical, and then we get into all the eras.
I feel like they can mix, though, more so than
they do. It's so cool.
like, oh, dance and theater can. Because, like, I always say dance can be theater. It isn't inherently theater.
Are you talking about, like, what would the Nutcracker be considered dance and
That's
theater?
dance and theater because there's a storyline to it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
What about when you put choreography to something in?
that can be theater still. As long as there is a story and it is performance art, then it's theater.
So that would be dance and theater.
Yes.
Then, if you put choreography to something.
So dance is
Interesting.
my definition of dance is just like expressing emotions through your body movement. Mm-hmm. And so that can be just like modern dance, interpretive dance, stuff like that without a story. That's just dance.
Yeah.
Good on you guys, have your art form. But then you take something like ballet, which all ballet has a story to it. Mm-hmm. So ballet itself is theater as well as dance.
Yeah. I know currently right now, going back to the whole music thing, I heard in my class a couple days ago, there's a song that has been going on for 600 years. There's a tower, a church with the bell tower.
Okay.
And it keeps ringing this one note. Every so often, though, and it's like years in between it. I can't tell you how often. I'm really fuzzy on the details, so don't take my word for any of this. Any of you.
Don't quote you. Got it.
But every
Bonnie 2024 said.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. But
No, we're not going to quote you.
every so often, this bell will change a note once, and then go back to that same note, or it'll change the note and then stay on that note for however many years.
Interesting.
And it's funny because when it happens, bunch of people gather outside for it to happen. A changed note in the song. And it's been 600 years. That's really interesting to me that it lasts that long. Like, that's considered a song. Like, it makes sense. It's got notes in it. It's a tune.
Yeah.
Technically. I'm sure. But I don't know. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel like a song to me. I'm sure it is music. Like John Cage's thing. I'm sure it is music. But it doesn't feel like music to me. To me, yeah.
I would say it can be turned into music.
It can be. Like, if you mess with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, on the software that we have now, or, like...
If you add to it.
Yeah. Which we see people do all the time now with modern music. Mm-hmm. But for me, music is, like, you have to have a melody, and it has to make sense, and... It's the same thing. I think we'll be fine if we just keep going. So we can still pause if you want to.
I would rather just like stop it quick and then restart. There we go. That should be working now.
Okay. I think it's working now. If it doesn't, we will
try
it again and cry. But I think it's okay.
I like that our two options are cry and try it again.
But I actually don't know if I would try it again. But it seems okay now, because it's been 20 seconds, and it's not
screaming at us.
Giving me an issue.
It's not yelling at us.
I need to start a new track, that's why. Okay. Anyway, back to the topic. We're so sorry. My equipment is not state of the art here. We're college students. I'm broke.
We're doing what we can. We're having fun.
This is just for fun, as you very well know. Anyway... Music for me has to have a melody of some type.
Okay, yeah.
Well, not even a melody. Like, it can be as,
chaos.
Yeah. It can be as chaotic as it wants to be. Like, I just had to do a thing called a 12-tone composition, which basically the harmonies make no sense.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting into a comfortable position.
That's comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I'm queer. We all sit weird.
Raven is currently, like, bent backwards over a chair.
No. I'm on 2 chairs.
Oh, you're on...
My legs are on the other chair.
And you're just bent.
I'm, like, laying down, quote unquote.
Does it at least feel good?
Yeah.
Are you good?
It feels nice.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. But,
like I said, I'm queer. We all sit weird.
I love that. But we just got done with this 12-tone composition where all the harmonies and stuff clash together harshly. Okay. And basically, I just said, screw it. I'm just going to do it as well as I can and follow this rule. And it turned out okay.
Sorry, just breaking my neck quick.
Do you still have a neck? I have so many
it's keeping my head up.
Sorry for a little more chaotic than usual. Raven especially is very tired.
I'm on very low energy right now, guys.
Okay. You sound dead. You poor thing.
That's something else we could talk about, though. Like the energy it takes to perform.
Oh, no, we should.
Do you want to finish your talk on music?
Yeah. Honestly, music can really be anything. It's just... Some people have specific tastes, so I just like to have it be some semblance of, oh, there's an actual note there. That's an actual tone. It's not just a bird or a tractor in the distance, as I established earlier that I heard. So that's just my take on music personally. Mm-hmm. So, but let's not even get started with how music in theater zap the life out of us.
Oh my god.
And make us question why we decided this as majors.
No, that's what I was thinking earlier today.
Really?
I was thinking about that and I was like, there's a point in every production that you're in that you're like, why am I doing this? I'm so tired all the time. Mm-hmm. Is it worth it? And then you go on stage and you perform and you're like, this is why.
Yeah.
Because there's this like high that you get.
Yeah.
It's an adrenaline rush. And it's a high, and it's addictive.
It is, though. Man, if you ever want to get out of your head for anything without having to take any actual drug, just do theater. Just do theater and perform.
Just do performance.
Yeah, just do performance, whether it's theater, doing a speech, or singing on stage.
You black out. That's how I describe it every time. I black out when I'm on stage.
No, I know. Well, it's because
I remember nothing of what I said.
Oh, that's interesting.
I remember nothing.
I know from back in high school. Now, I know it was a long time ago. I'm a junior now in college. It's a long time ago. But I never really remembered much of the plays. I remembered certain things that people said to me afterwards, like I've told you.
Yeah, I'll remember the stuff around it.
And all of that.
During the performance, I black out.
Yeah.
I let my muscle memory take over.
Well, it's also, you could be fully stepping into your character. Well, for you, characters.
Yeah.
Plural.
The one I was in was ensemble, so everyone had multiple characters except for one.
She finally got to play some bad guys.
It was so much fun.
So cool. You've never played a villain before?
No.
In a theater. That's so interesting.
I was big fish, small pond. So I always got the heroine in my high school.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I didn't go for big parts. I didn't want to go for big parts, so I went for those small parts.
I was the only one willing to have those big parts.
I didn't want to have too many lines to memorize, but I wanted to still have solos because I'm a singer. I love to sing. Acting was not my forte. Still is not my forte. But we digress.
That's why we're in the art forms that we're in. Singing is not necessarily my forte.
You still have a beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you.
So, maybe one of these days I'll do a play.
I don't think singing is my passion, though, is how I describe it. I do like to sing, but it's not my passion.
Yeah. Just like theater wasn't my passion.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, when I was back in high school, my freshman year, I had a really hard time balancing my love of choir and doing singing and stuff with the performance that we were doing. Mm-hmm. We were doing The Secret Garden, which is so amazing. But our director at the time, so sweet. I loved her, but she's very hard on the performers because she wants it to be as good as possible.
Yeah.
As well done as you can possibly get it. She's so particular, and I couldn't take it. I remember that there were times where we were there till midnight. We hadn't even done that in
high school. That's insane.
No, we were there till midnight. I think this was during tech week. I don't remember.
Fucking insane.
But it was so bad, and I was just so sad because I know
why that sounds like a director that should not be directing high school.
I know. She just wanted our expectations to be way up there, and we weren't way down here, but we were lower because we're in high school. And now, this was great for people I know in my classes who loved theater.
The theater people. The theater kids.
And man, I loved seeing them in action. It was so cool to see them act and do what they loved. It was great seeing them backstage, too. I just got to sit back and watch. No one noticed me. I'm just like... It was so cool. I loved it. But, no, I joined theater because I thought, I can get more experience performing as a singer on stage with other people, so I don't have a panic attack. Not that necessarily happened, but we digress.
I don't know how much I believe that, but okay.
It didn't happen, but we digress.
Okay.
But eventually...
Anyways.
At the end of that, we had trimesters at my school. At the end of that trimester, I couldn't handle doing that drama after school because I wanted to focus on my choir stuff. I did stuff like state honors choir. I went to All-State in my sophomore year. I did solo and ensemble. I had my piano lessons to do.
Yeah, you had a lot of music stuff.
Yeah, my passions. I do piano now at my churches, and that's 2 gigs I get paid for, and I'm grateful for that. I've met great people. The choirs I've been in, I'm still friends with a lot of them on Snapchat and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I just had to pick and choose and say, no, theater is not my passion. I love it.
I enjoy it. Mm-hmm. But it's not what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So I need to focus on what I want.
Yeah. Music is what I want to do. Hence why I'm a choir teacher. And
I'm a theater teacher. But that was one of the reasons why I stopped doing women's choir my first year.
Oh.
Because I was in
wanted to focus on.
I was in women's choir for my freshman year, first semester. Mm-hmm. And then I was in it and I was like, this is so much work for a 1-credit class. Mm-hmm. when I could be doing this work on other classes that I take, on theater stuff that I would actually really enjoy, as opposed to choir, which, like, I like.
Yeah.
But it's not my passion.
Well, it's not even necessarily going to your major either.
It's not.
Whereas I know I've had a lot of people, a couple of the teachers in my music department, my voice teacher, they're like, hey, why don't you do, like, a couple of the musicals here? I think it'd be good for you. And I'm like, I think so too. Like, I would love to do that. But at the same time, if I did that,
that would take a lot of time.
My mental stability would not be able to handle it. I cried more in my freshman year of high school than I have in my entire life, I feel like. Now, I'm probably wrong about that. But I don't know.
You cried a lot then.
I cried a lot because it was just so much stress of being there all the time for all these little parts that I had, which I was grateful for. Don't get me wrong. I loved it, and I loved doing it. But I had other things I wanted to do. I wanted to focus more on piano. That was suffering. My grades, suffering. Yeah. Choir wasn't exactly suffering because at the time I didn't find those pieces too challenging to do. But still suffering. I couldn't focus on state honors or anything. Yeah. I was just stuck. For all practical purposes. Did you ever feel like that in choir when you were in, like, high school or anything? Did you ever feel like you had to choose between it and theater?
No, because my school was so small, we only ever did one musical a year.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, when I did choir in high school, I also had a really shitty teacher. So by junior year, I ended up quitting because of that choir instructor being so shitty. Ooh. And then I ended up quitting band as well because she was shitty as a band instructor as well.
Yeah. I think you've told me about that before. Oh, dear.
Yeah, so at my school, we had a program where you could go to a trade school your junior and senior year. So I chose to go for my junior year and then continued on into my senior year. Yeah. Junior year, that was the year of COVID. But before that, we had our Disney trip. So I got the benefit of being in band, of going to Disney. Around, like, Thanksgiving, I went to Disney. And then afterwards, she stopped talking to me, really. And stopped telling me, like, when performances were, what we were doing for marching band, stuff like that. Same thing with choir. She wouldn't tell me anything. I had to be the one to go up to her and say, hey, is there any way I could get the music so I can learn it for choir? Yeah. And so, like, instead of her reaching out to me for it, which I feel like that's her job, personally. And then my senior year, I ended up saying, fuck it.
And just
quit. It's her job to reach out to me. It's not my job.
I don't blame you.
I'm not the one getting paid to reach out to students.
Man, that's really bad communication on her part. Oh, dear.
And again, it was big fish, small pond. So I was one of the few good singers in my school. So she lost one of the few good singers that she had.
Yeah, she does have a great voice. It's awesome. Yeah. I get to listen to her serenade me in the car. Thank you. Man, one of these days, we need to do an episode in the car. I don't know if we're going to do it while I'm driving, because the next thing, you'll be hearing me get into a crash. And you don't want to do that. And I'm sure Mom and Dad don't want to put I don't know how many thousands of dollars into Sammy. That's my car, by the way.
We love Sammy.
And I know we'll be talking about cars in a different episode. I know. Oh, let's talk about what are some of the most favorite people that you've met in theater? Like, have you had relationships that have stuck throughout, you think?
Kind of. Like, I'm friends with a few people. I wouldn't say I'm extremely close with them. But, like, the guy who was poking fun at me hating Beckett, I'm pretty close friends with him.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. I love that. I know. Have you ever met any higher-ups, though, like, for any conventions or any... Did you ever do any theater conventions or anything?
Small school. 50-something people in my graduating class. 800 people in my hometown. Yeah. We did nothing.
There's gotta be... I swear there is a convention that you can go to. I know I'm part of... Actually, I don't know if I'm exactly part of it anymore. But I know I used to go to MSVMA all the time. MSVMA is this organization for choirs, and they also run solo and ensemble, stuff like that. And they did state honors, solo and ensemble. They ran all state. It was awesome. So I was part of that for a long time, doing all of that. And eventually, my freshman year, they asked me if I wanted to be put on the student board of activities. I think that's what it was. So I got to help plan a little bit of the panels that we got to do for college students. Like, what do you want to do for music teachers? Like, we had a first year panel. All first year teachers came in and talked. Or like we had the thing, for lack of better wording, speed dating tables, where at each table there was a different group of teachers.
Okay.
And we moved groups so that way we could talk to them. It was awesome because I actually saw a few choir directors there that I had from other camps like Blue Lake and Western. And it was really fun because as soon as I saw them, they recognized me as well. I'm like, hi, I remember you. I remember you from Blue Lake. And they're like, oh yeah, we remember you too. You came and played the piano for this whatever, just because you wanted to. It was so much fun. But, like, those are connections that you make. And the thing is, at those conventions, I also see events. I'm going to say events. At those events, I also see other students from past state honors and all-state choirs, which is awesome because then I can maintain that. We still have the group chat we called it all-state depression because we were so sad to be leaving. I know.
Want us to stop again.
We're just gonna keep going. It's okay.
Yeah. It's fine.
But I know we were so sad to be leaving because we got to sing together so much, and this was held at a different university. Actually, it wasn't held at the normal DeVos place. It was held at a different university, but it was such a great group of students. The choir director, she was so sweet. It was funny though because I remember she was talking to someone, and we're all just sitting here and we're talking. Someone starts singing the song Wade in the Water, which we had as regular state honors. But the entirety of us knew it because that's what we all had learned.
Yeah.
And we had all moved on into this choir. And so we all just started singing it together. And by mid-song, she turned around and her face was just like, jaw dropped on the floor. We sang the rest of it for her. She looked at us. She's like, damn it, I should have kept that one in. I should have kept that one in. I'm pretty sure it was the Wade in the Water by Moses, not by Moses Hogan, arranged by Moses Hogan. Moses Hogan, I love him for arrangements for gospel. Oh, he's so good. I know, we did Elijah Rock back in high school, arranged by Moses Hogan, so good. But I know, choir was just a good thing for me to have those connections with.
That is a very different experience for me.
I know. Because it's
How big was your school?
Ooh, pretty big, I think. I don't remember the class size exactly. Honestly, I never paid attention to that.
So one of your class sizes wasn't 26 people with 6 girls? That was the class above me.
That was the entirety of the class?
26 people, 6 girls.
No, that wasn't us. I want to say...
When I say small, I mean small. Definition of everyone knows everyone.
Honestly, our class was like 300 to 500. I could be very wrong. I'm probably very wrong about that. I never paid attention to that. It didn't matter to me. It's not like I knew everyone in my class. I knew of people. I didn't know them personally.
I knew everyone in my class.
I love that. I love that.
I was not friends with any of them, really, but I knew them.
Yeah. Did you guys ever have mock elections or anything? We had this thing where there was a sheet that went around the tables, and you got to check off who you thought was which, like who was the best couple, who was the...
senior superlatives?
Is that what that is?
That's what we call them.
I don't know. We call them mock elections, or that's what we did call them. I remember it was junior year. It was before COVID. And someone had nominated me as the most well-rounded fine arts student. Okay. I'm like, I'm literally just in choir, but okay, I'll take it. I don't mind. I guess. I'm glad you think so. But
one of our senior superlatives that we had was drama queen and drama king. So everyone in my grade got 2 superlatives each.
Ooh.
And there was a guy and girl for each, or not necessarily guy and girl, but 2 people per superlative as well. Mm-hmm. And so I ended up getting most musical and most artistic, which I don't know if I'm necessarily the most artistic in my class, but okay, whatever. I'll take it.
I don't know. I've seen your drawings and stuff. I like them.
Okay. Sure. I've definitely lost my ability to draw. But anyways, this one girl got drama queen.
Oh.
And she took it out.
Wait, what do you mean she took it out?
She was in the yearbook committee, so she took out drama queen as one of them. So her and that guy only got 1 superlative.
Wow. Wow.
And I was also a little salty that I didn't get worst car. Because I had objectively the worst car. You could hear it a mile away.
Which we will get into in a different episode. But we both had old cars. So we understand each other.
I miss Gus.
Aww.
I miss that old man.
Well,
I should have gotten worse car. I'm still annoyed about it. But it's whatever. If you could see me right now, it's not whatever.
Her face. Oh my god, Ray. But, actually, I wanted to ask you, talking change. During COVID, were you still in theater during that? Were you in person during that time at all?
We had canceled school.
Like, even during the senior year?
Senior year, we did get to do our performance.
Okay. What was that like, performing during COVID?
It was really weird. So, we would have masks on during rehearsals. Mm-hmm. And then, like, during, like, performance week, that was when we went mask off. Mm-hmm. And then our audience size was very limited. And you could only invite, like, so many people per like, audience member. Mm-hmm. Or, like, not audience member, cast member. And then you got more tickets depending on your, like, status.
Yeah.
So, like, I was a senior. I think I got, like, 5.
Oh, that's nice.
And because my mom also helped out a lot with the show, she got to go every night.
Aw, that's so good. I love that.
My sister helped with the makeup, so she also got to go every night.
And got to see it.
And my that was my older sister. My younger sister, the one right after me, I'm going to call her Boo. By the way, I'm going to quick run down my family and give them their nicknames.
Okay, sounds good.
So we have Jay, she's the oldest. Mm-hmm. Then it's me, Ray. Boo Boo is the third. Boo Boo. That's her childhood nickname.
Boo Boo! It's so cute.
And then we have Billy, the last one. She's my youngest sister. I have only sisters, but she's being called Billy. Because reasons.
I love that.
So, Boo Boo, the third. Boo Boo the third. She did tech for it. And so she was running around backstage.
Oh.
And then Billy was... Sorry, it's weird calling them these names.
The fourth sister.
Yes, Billy the fourth. She was young Fiona because we did Shrek.
Aw, that's so cute!
So basically, my entire family, minus my dad, was involved in this production.
Did your dad go?
Yeah, he went.
Yeah. Wait, so technically you only used one of the tickets. What happened to the other 4?
The other 4, we gave it out to, like, other family members. I ended up giving
nice.
it to my librarian at the trade school that I went to.
Aww,
that must have been
so sweet. Aww, that's nice.
And then, like, a few of my cousins and aunts and uncles showed up.
Yeah. Did you ever, to make up for the lack of audience members, did they ever use technology as a way to stream the show?
Yes, we do.
Because I know we started doing that a lot.
We got a crappy video of it. Mm-hmm. But we did that every year for, like, archive purposes.
Oh, okay, so you had it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool, though. I love that.
I could find technically 3 performances that I did for my high school.
Mm-hmm. I'm just now remembering something. I used to do this thing when I was really little with one of my childhood friends. Trying to think of a name for her. It was, I don't know if you know her. She was in Crazies. 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 She was in Crazies I'm going to call her Elle.
Okay.
And we did this thing called music camp. It was like a 2-week thing, and you put together kind of a musical.
Mm-hmm.
Very Christian. It was so cool, though. Some of the songs were amazing. I think I had a solo a couple times. I can't remember. All I know is I was part of the chorus because I did not want to do any of the actual acting.
Yeah.
So I just tried out for the singing parts, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm just now remembering. I miss it. We do have DVDs of it. But I remember, apparently, I don't remember this, but I know I've seen it, and my mom has told me this plenty of times. I couldn't do both. I couldn't sing and do the hand signs, the choreography that we had. So it was one or the other. So it was either I was doing the choreography haphazardly and I wasn't singing, or I was singing and just standing there. And just standing there, and I couldn't multitask. That's amazing considering I'm a piano player now.
That is
Don't
the
ask.
opposite of me. So sophomore year, we did Addams Family for our musical.
Ah!
It would have been more fun if we didn't have as many people as we had, to be honest. Because we had this huge chorus ensemble. And it's meant to have a smaller cast.
Mm-hmm.
So our director clearly wasn't intending to have as many students as he did. Because no one gets cut from our musical.
Yeah.
So we ended up having 1 million people who were never there at the same time. Because they were in like sports and stuff.
Oh no.
So they were constantly gone for other stuff.
So what did you do?
I was the only one that actually fucking knew everything, along with the seniors that showed up all the time.
Oh no.
So like, we had this group of like 5 seniors and then me.
Oh.
And we were the ones that were on stage most often.
Mm.
Everyone else just hung out backstage until like the big group numbers when we needed the chorus to come on.
Oh dear God. That's fun. The Addams Family, though, would be so fun to do.
I put it on my list of ones to possibly do. But my character was specifically called Saloon Girl.
Is she part of the actual...
Yes, she is part of the
and
actual...
everything?
Not the movie, the actual musical, though. She is like an original character in that.
Oh, that's
and then
so
we
cool.
added extra
Characters.
ancestors.
Oh.
Because like,
that must have been fun.
unless you had a specifically named, air quotes, character, then you were just an ancestor. Mm-hmm. And you got to pick what kind of ancestor you were from, like, what era. So, like, one person was a caveman.
Oh. A caveman? Wait, no, that just sunk in. A caveman? A caveman.
A caveman.
Wait, did they give him one of the big fat things too?
I think they got the club.
I was getting that.
The club.
They got the club to have.
I believe so.
Was it just a plain club or did it have spikes?
It was just a plain club.
Oh.
This is just regular caveman.
It wasn't fun. Okay.
We're not that exciting. And then we have caveman compared to flight attendant.
Flight of what? Why? That was an ancestor?
Yeah.
A flight attendant. Who? Why? Wait, what happened to that one? What are they... Wait, no. So you got the caveman. Every person in the Addams Family has had something weird happen to them. Like, they have some weird thing. What? Is the flight attendant missing their head?
Nope. They were just a
It's
normal white flight attendant.
Oh,
Because we were all painted... We're in all-white school.
yeah.
Bonnie.
Yeah.
I don't know how to speak.
No, I know.
I caught myself.
I know you did.
We're an all-white school, Bonnie.
I know. I know, Ray. I know, Raven.
So we were all painted white. Got hairs, like spray paint in our... Not spray paint, hair, like spray paint
Hair
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah. We got that grade. Our arms were all white. Legs were white. Everything was white except for our eyes, which were black.
Did you ever have like a breakout from the paint stuff?
No.
Oh no, see, you know the face mics that we use? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the tape.
Oh, yeah.
I broke out so bad. I think my mom still remembers that. It was so bad. I had to put on cream and stuff because I kept itching it.
I can probably find a picture of my costume for that on my mom's Instagram.
My skin is so sensitive. It's stupid. Anyway, after that, I want to ask, what was your worst audition?
Worst audition?
Like, moment, you think? Or, like, maybe not worst, like, most embarrassing question mark? I don't know. We just got finished watching a Thomas Sanders video, specifically his Sanders Sides, excuse me, and he went and auditioned for a role in a play, I think, was it? Or was it
Yeah, I think it was just a play.
I think it was just a play. And, no, it was a musical, because he had to sing something, and he forgot it. It was a musical, and the representation of how the anxiety can speak over the logic when your creative side, your ego, basically, and the morality side are
when
basically not.
You are not feeling optimistic and you're not feeling proud of yourself.
There you go. Yeah, that's better said.
That didn't necessarily happen, like, after my audition. So, like, last year our school did a play called The Thanksgiving Play.
Aww, that sounds so cute.
Not exactly.
That's not cute? Okay.
No. It's for white people trying to put on a Thanksgiving play while also being culturally sensitive to Native American people.
I take it back. Okay.
It is.
No offense.
It is not friendly.
Take it back. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay.
It's a really big number. I've been looking at it this entire time.
We're in a room, and
we're at the library
at our school, and there's
this whiteboard in the room we're in with a really large math number on it.
I'm not gonna read
in
that.
a square root.
Don't read it. It's not worth it. Anyway, back to the performance thing, because that's much happier to talk about.
I auditioned for the Thanksgiving play. And after it, I thought, yeah, that was a really good audition. And then I didn't get in the play. And I was sobbing. Because I was like, why am I in theater? I should just quit. Ah!
I understand that.
I'm glad I haven't quit.
Yeah. I totally understand that. I know I had a moment like that over my winter break this year. Because I was auditioning for, we have an honors recital here for students. And I auditioned for it. Thought it went really well. I thought it was the best I had performed, personally.
Whenever I feel that, I'm like, oh no, this is dangerous. I'm not going to get it now.
Well, it felt so good. My voice didn't shake. I wasn't shaking, not on stage. As soon as I got off, I collapsed just a little. It was fine. But I talked to my voice teacher about it, and I told her what happened, and she was very positive about it. So was my piano teacher, because I also auditioned piano. I didn't get anything at all, and I'm like, okay. I wasn't necessarily upset about that part. I was more confused about, like, did I miss something? And am I not at the level that I thought I was? Because if that's so, then I would like to know where I truly am. If someone's been lying to me about what my level is, about where I am perform and voice-wise. So I reached out over winter break. I talked with my parents. They know this. We had long conversations about it. And I ended up reaching out to the 3 main faculty in the music department here. My voice teacher, my piano teacher, and my current theory instructor. And I emailed them all separately, and I just asked the question, in your honest opinion, where am I in terms of voice and piano? Am I cut out to be a music teacher? Honestly. Or have I been blindsided somehow, and I'm thinking I'm better than I actually am?
Yeah.
And because if that's so, please tell me. I do not want to be like that. I need to actually improve.
Yes.
So it's not that I want to be in it. It's just that I want to know.
What can I improve?
Yeah. Exactly. And they were immediately straight up with it. Because I told them, I kind of made this little bit of a bet where if I'm really not as cut out to be a music teacher as I think I am, or anything, or as you think I am, I should just switch.
I should find something else.
I should go to that English major that a lot of other people have been telling me to take. Oh my god, one of my teachers threatened me. If you don't take an English major, I'm gonna haunt you. Something like that. That's what she said.
Okay,
I'm like,
ma'am. I'm doing music.
maybe when I'm not as stressed. But anyway, back on track. They were very sweet about it. And I know this is going to happen a lot. This happens in the arts all the time. You don't get parts. Boo-hoo. It happens.
Last year, I didn't get any part in any of our school performances.
I remember you telling me that.
And I had reached out to the director of both the ones that I auditioned for, being like, hey, is there anything you think I can improve? Mm-hmm. And he's like, no, you're doing great. We just need to get you more practice. And I'm like,
what does that mean?
Bitch, I can't practice if I'm not getting
I know. That's not a straight up answer at all. It doesn't seem like... And I guess, I don't know if my question was coming off wrong or whatever, but I don't know. They gave some really wonderful feedback, and I've used it to the best of my abilities. And personally, I feel like I have improved. I think I'm going to ask them again towards the end now that we only have 3 weeks left. Oh, God.
Way to remind me.
I'm so sorry.
You're okay.
But now that it's reaching the end, I think I'm going to sit down and have a serious talk with each of them to see, have I improved in that sense then that you've told me? Because I think that'll help me a lot. And then I'll know how to grow over the summer. Yeah. Yes, I do practice over the summer. Those that are in the arts, especially in music, and I'm sure in theater, practice over the summer. There are some people that I know that don't practice over the summer.
Yeah, of course.
Like others. And I'm like, who? Why?
I think about theater all the goddamn time and how I can improve stuff.
Yeah.
My sister does a lot of, like, children's theater where I'm from. Like, the counties all where I'm from get the kids all together and do a play with that. And whenever I go, I try my hardest not to judge them.
I know.
But I'm sitting there like...
It's so hard.
I'm sitting there like...
That's another thing about music.
I would change that choice. I would make a different choice there.
No, I know. That is a whole other thing about being in the arts as majors here.
You cannot just sit and enjoy something anymore.
No, you can't. I'll
judge it.
I know. I'll go to a concert and I'll be sitting there and I'm listening and all of a sudden something sounds flat or sharp and I'm like, oh, my ear.
I'll be like...
Ouch. Ooh, there it is.
I'll be like watching a musical slime tutorial, as it's called, on YouTube.
What?
A slime tutorial?
Oh.
It's the bootleg of a musical. Someone filmed it.
You're going to have to show me that. Because I don't know what that is. But go on.
No, it's just like someone filmed it from like the audience and then uploaded it to YouTube. And you call it this musical slime tutorial to get away with copyright stuff.
That is interesting. Wow.
And it's like a well-known thing in theater. Like people.
Well, now we're exposing it to more people, so.
Yeah, if you're a theater person or not, slime tutorials. They're fun. But like, I'll be watching a slime tutorial, and I'll just be sitting there like, I would make a different choice. Or I would change that.
Or like, that line should be said in this way.
Yeah.
Because it's from this character.
Yeah.
You know? No, I get that too.
Sometimes with like other actors too, I'll hear them say a line and I'll be like, ooh, I would have said that line differently.
No, I know. There were times...
I never say it to them, obviously.
Yeah.
But...
Obviously. No, sometimes, I know, in the play that Raven wrote her own play at... Was it last semester? It was last semester, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was last semester, and she was kind enough to give myself and Les, our friend, our own hard copies because we're both deaf.
Oh, I didn't write that play. I directed it.
Oh, you just directed it. You didn't write it.
I did not write it. I thought you were talking about
mistake.
I thought you were talking about the one that I wrote, like, this semester.
Oh, no.
/last semester.
Okay.
That I sent you.
No, I was talking about the directed
Adventures
one.
Anonymous that I directed.
It was so good. But there were certain lines said by people where I'm like, I would have said it this way because you're expressing this emotion.
I try not to...
But at the same time, part of what I think is, I know you guys don't use mics.
No. Not in the plays. In the musicals, we use mics. In the plays, we work more on projecting our voices throughout the audience or performance center.
I think that's great. I love that. But at the same time, it affects the way the lines are said and getting the emotion across. Because there was another play that I went to for someone else that same semester, and it was wonderful. I loved it. I was so interested. It was the dual personality one.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the same night mine was done.
Yeah. And it was wonderful. I loved it. There were certain lines that were said where I'm like, no, you need this type of emotion in it because it's that kind of line. You're saying this to a therapist. Yeah. Or this is your inner demon type voice talking to you. You need this kind of voice to say it. I don't know. And this is coming from someone, I don't do theater. So I don't know. This is just my opinion.
It's sometimes, the problem can be like sounding quiet and like fragile and like those kinds of voices, yet also projecting it throughout the audience.
Oh, would you say projecting is the same for theater and singing, you think?
I don't know.
I honestly don't either. I feel like they're kind of different. Because theater, you're projecting more of, if it's a play, you're projecting more of your speaking voice. So it's primarily, and we speak primarily from our chest voice, but you're also using the diaphragm.
We work on our projection, and we literally like put our hands on our diaphragm, and we work on using primarily that and like getting our abs to do the majority of the work and pushing the air out. But
then when you do you project it using your chest voice or using a heady voice more of?
It's a little more of a deeper voice for me.
Okay.
Because...
So you use the chest voice, which is what we're talking in right now.
Yeah. Because I am like trying to use my diaphragm to use the energy to talk to the entire audience, to the back row of the audience.
I wonder if it's different for everyone. Because I know sometimes some of my friends who were in theater before, they didn't just talk in their chest voice. They would talk like this, more in a heady voice, and it would take the strain off their vocal cord. And I'm too lazy to do that.
That's so exhausting.
Or something. No, but it does help sometimes if you're trying to save your voice a bit. Not that I've ever done it, because I don't care.
I just haven't played characters where I'm like, oh yes, they would use this kind of voice.
Yeah.
They're like a younger... No. I've never played that kind of character.
Aww. Yeah. I know, whereas singing kind of uses the different ranges. There's pop music, which is the here and now. There's also stuff like jazz and gospel where you use your chest voice to sing and get down there and everything. And then there's also classical music where you have to use your more heady voice to sound, how do I say it, more proper? Almost?
Yeah.
That's the only way I can think of to describe it. Or like, I'm a soprano. I go way up there. And everything. So.
If you know the musical Ride the Cyclone, think Jane Doe.
There you go.
The song I showed you.
Yes, I love that song.
I am obsessed with it.
Anyway, I think we should start wrapping it up. This new track is rounding up too.
It's been like an hour now.
Yeah. So I think we're going to start rounding up, but it's really cool to see some of the similarities between singing / music
like art
and
forms.
Theater. Well, they also mix together, hence musicals.
Yeah. And like you have physical art in there too with like the set design and stuff.
Which is awesome. Props to anyone out there who was ever a techie in any theater, like production or anything, because it's so cool.
Sorry, I was about to say, oh, and physical art also with the props, and then you go, props to anyone. I'm like, pun.
I stole it.
Accidental pun, and you didn't even realize.
Pun totally intended. Totally intended.
I feel like it wasn't, but okay.
I'm gonna make it intended.
It's intended now.
As of this exact moment.
That pun was intended.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, we hope that you guys enjoyed this episode.
Enjoy theater, art, music, stuff.
Just do whatever feels right for you to do. And even if that's not it, that's fine. We're glad we could enlighten you to the best of our abilities if you want to know anything. So.
I would suggest having at least some form of a creative outlet, even if it's just journaling.
Yeah. Journaling's great too. That's my art part. My writing is a whole other topic that I'm never going to get into on this. But it is true.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I want to talk about my writing on this too.
Ma, don't ask me, okay? Okay.
Okay, well then, I guess goodbye.
I guess so. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.